we're receiving many questions about best places to retire. So whether you are a young retiree who decided to retire and live from their investment income, or you are a retiree who lives from retirement income, Mexico might be one of the places to consider. I'm Jovana Vojnović, Director of Operations here at Nomad Capitalist, where we help 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs legally reduce their taxes, achieve better lifestyle, and go where they are treated the best. That also includes a group of retirees, no matter whether you're young or you're a bit older, but you might be looking for a place to retire. And actually, Mexico might be one of the places to do that. The reason why you might want to consider Mexico for retirement is, first of all, very straightforward immigration program. So Mexico does have a special program and a special residence permit for retirees, where you basically need to demonstrate that you are receiving monthly income or slightly more than $2,000, or that you have an average in the last 6 months on your bank account slightly more than $100,000. So what's important with that is that they see that this income is basically coming on your account every single month, because that's a guarantee for a country that no matter what happened, you will still have this monthly income. The process is very straightforward. It starts at a local embassy or in consulate, where in the places where you are and in charge for your place of residence. You will need very basic documents, and so basically the most important documents are your bank statements and a proof of retirement. That process can be done fairly quickly, and then you're coming in Mexico to finalize the immigration procedure. You're getting a permanent residence as a retiree that is valid for life. Your ID does not have an expiration date, so you don't have to renew it. After 5 years in Mexico, you might apply for citizenship if that is something of your interest. Mexico does allow dual citizenship in these cases, so you might as well be on a path to get a very good second citizenship by retiring in Mexico. But besides straightforward immigration program, one of the biggest threats of Mexico and choosing Mexico as a retirement destination are fairly low cost of living. A family of two can live very, very nicely with $2,000, $2,500, or like overall less than $50,000 annually. This amount includes renting a property. Obviously, it might vary from place to place or location to location, but with this amount you should be covered. It also includes having a maid, monthly groceries, monthly health insurance, entertainment, and many more can be covered for this amount. All retirees that are older than 60 in Mexico have access to Mexico retirement program called Pensionadas Adulto Mayores that gives you kind of free tickets for museums, some entertainments, transport, hotels, healthcare, and many more. Also, as a permanent resident of Mexico, you will have access to their public health care. Obviously, and something that we always recommend, and that is actually a requirement for getting a residence permit, is private health insurance. Mexico is also widely known by their food and food court. The most important thing is, though Mexico is usually not, when we are thinking about Mexican food, we don't think about healthy food, but most of their food production is domestic, is very organic, so you will have access to plenty of food courts and farmers market to choose organic food to bring to your table. Mexico also provides you diversity of nature and property. Luckily for U.S. citizens, the U.S. dollar is at the moment significantly stronger than peso. That will allow you to cut some great deals for properties and overall reduce the overall cost of living comparing to the U.S. because for U.S. dollar you will be able to buy more in Mexico. Properties and diversity of options might be also one of the reasons why you want to consider Mexico for your retirement. Mexico is a huge country. It pretty much has everything. It has warmer and humid weather on Yucatan Peninsula. It has drier air on the north. It also has kind of spring-like weather in parts of colonial highlands. So with that, it also comes to diversity of properties. So you have, you can choose between lake homes, beach houses, obviously colonial apartments or colonial homes. You can choose modern apartments and modern homes in Mexico City. So you'll have plenty of options, not just to buy, but to rent as well. When it comes to buying property, you can find really amazing deals starting from $200,000 in different locations. So it's really what your preference is and what kind of weather you like and what kind of homes you like. But one is for sure, in Mexico you will be able to find pretty much everything that you imagine is already available on the market. You can buy also land, and you can be a landowner. Property taxes and utilities are not super high in Mexico, which might be important for you. On a big home, the average bill is $300. That includes taxes and all utilities connected to your place, and you can also at fairly low price find people that will take care about your property. Generally speaking, there is no restriction of ownership of residential property in Mexico. You can hold it on your name, or you can structure it in a trust for additional asset protection. There's only one exemption, and that is kind of the border areas that are 50 kilometers close to the border. Those properties needs to be structured in a renewable 50 years trust, but border areas are something that we generally do not advise buying in. Unfortunately, one of the disadvantages of Mexico are high taxes, and how much you will pay, it really depends on the way you structure it and where your income is coming from. But on the other side, Mexico does have double taxation agreements with the US, with Canada, Ireland, UK, and most of European Union countries, so you will be able to reduce and structure properly your taxes so that you definitely do not pay double, and in many cases you might be able to even reduce your tax bill. So if you're thinking about retiring or retiring in Mexico specifically, and you think you will need help with immigration and tax structuring, be free to reach out to Nomad Capitalist, and we'll make sure to guide you through the whole process.